Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today it's one of my replays and I'm in the Shimakaze, a tier 10 Japanese destroyer. I'm on the map Islands of Ice. It's an arms race game, pure tier 10. There are no carriers, no subs, and only 3 battleships for whatever reason. Now I've taken the buff here in the center. It was a sort of spawn in the center, and now I'm gonna go to the flank where we are kinda missing a destroyer. Unfortunately, there's a heal spawning there and we don't have much of a presence. Heals can be very important in the long run, because like a constant refill of your health allows you to just stay in battle for much longer. Now, we've lost a cruise already, that's not good, but the enemy Kleber is taking a bit of a beating, so at least there is that. Now, I saw the Halland going for the buff, and there it is. I really don't fancy staying detected here for too long, so I'm considering shooting, but I've decided not to. I'll just drop into concealment instead. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna... Well, I've got one salvo that's more like aimed at the Ohio, and I've got one salvo basically just aimed straight into the buff. The Halland is gonna go for this buff. Obviously, it's a sort of bigger circle, and the chance of hitting it is not that high, but it's worth a try. Now I'm also getting closer, trying to spot it again. Unfortunately, I don't have much support. My other ships are... Well, the ships in the center have an island here, so they can't help me. And the ships here in the north are like all running away. So I have to be a bit careful, and I found the Halland. And oh, this looks good. This looks very good. Well, that worked. I more than happily use my counts here. That heal isn't gonna save you. But wait, there is more. The fish for the Ohio looks good as well. You just eat up there. You just eat all of it. Now, the Halland torps are avoided with me stopping and reversing there. And I even got the Halland before it took the buff, right? So a few seconds. Which means the buff, buff is now potentially going to fall to us. Well, not likely, because once again my team isn't really here to help, and the Ohio is getting pretty close. I've also just used my smoke screen, which means I have to be a bit more careful, because I lost the way to disappear if needed. So I'm hoping the Ohio will eat some more fish, but there's also a Marseille coming in, right? The Ohio is already sort of turning away. Marseille is also sort of turning, and then there's the Hindenburg. So if I were to grab this cap, I'd be sort of surrounded. I definitely can't go nose in towards the heel, because there would be no way to escape. But even reversing, as you can see... Oh, I got another into the Ohio. It's nice. Yeah, I just can't do it. The enemy is too close to this, and... Marseille and Hindenburg also have Hydro. I need to accept that the Ohio is probably gonna grab that heal, and it's lost to us. But, you know, the enemy has already lost all 4 of their destroyers, and we're looking pretty good on ships, so there is that. Now, losing all of their destroyers should make it harder for them to grab more buffs in the future, although currently it's not the case. They're gonna get that heal, they're obviously gonna get that damage power up that's spawning on their side. But, you know, not looking too bad for us overall. Meanwhile, I'm still trying to get that Ohio, but it grabbed the heal, and now it's not gonna come this way in front of my torps, but it's gonna go the other way. Or so it looks like. Now, there was a Marseille scene coming this way. That's currently... The vision is blocked by an island, and I really should pay more attention to this, because RPF is also tracking the Marseille. And... there it is. Yeah, I didn't pay enough attention, so I'm now ambushed by that. For some reason, the Marseille, although, is not shooting me. And Marseille doesn't have the best DPM. So at least there is that. And there is this convenient island to grant me some cover. Now, Marseille is not hydroing. So Hydro seems to be on cooldown. But it will be ready at some point. And at some point might be soon, who knows. So I need to get out of here. My smoke's almost ready, which at least means I only have to get out of hydro range and not necessarily into full concealment range. And again, Marseille is fast, right? Marseille can't just keep up with me here. Now, thankfully, because it's not hydroing, it didn't know all of those torps were coming. I mean, they were sort of obvious, but still. I got one, and I'm gonna get another. That's not enough to sink it, though. Once again, I'm just trying to get away here to make sure that if it pops a hydro, I'll stay concealed. Not so easy, though, because of its speed. And the way it's sailing, I need to make a turn here to keep the smoke between me and the Marseille. Then again, it's finally gonna go down, I suppose. There we go. Well, this could have gone a lot more wrong. Fortunately, it didn't. Meanwhile, the center has appeared, and we might finally be able to grab one of those juicy heals. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a ship in there, but the enemy does. So I'm gonna make my way over there, and let's increase the speed a little bit while I just sail forward. Now, the heal has just been grabbed by the enemy Hindenburg. Now, the enemy Hindenburg might be pushing our heal now, or could be pushing like that health. We shall see. My RPF is still pointing in front of me, so it might be going for a heal. Hindenburg has a very powerful hydro. Now let's reduce the speed a bit. Okay, so RPF has switched. Maybe it's going for health instead? No, it's still there in the center. Okay, so if I grab this heal, the Hindenburg is gonna hydro me, I presume. But there is an island here, right? And all enemies are sort of behind it, which means I don't really have to worry, so I'm just gonna go for it. I think that's gonna be worth it for our team. So grab the heal, hack the island. I'm perfectly fine here. All the enemies are behind an island. Well, unless obviously I peek too much around here, which I almost am. So now here comes the question. Can I ambush this in? If it's really close, then the hydro isn't gonna help, right? The 2 kilometers, you're not gonna dodge. The hydro is even out now. So now I'm gonna try to peek around here. I'm almost to a smoke. I'm waiting here a little bit to also get the smoke ready because I need to disappear after I get the Hindenburg. Now I'm proxy detected. I'm gonna go forward. I'm gonna feed it some fish and, well, okay, maybe somebody else is feeding it fish. I have to accept that I was too late. Okay then. Now this is looking pretty good. We are basically ahead on everything now. They still have a radar. And I mean, technically we are only one ship ahead, so, you know, they could turn it around. They have, what, 5 buffs in total? We have 6, so it's not like they are that behind there either. And we've got a lot of destroyers left, right? So if the enemies all focused our visible ship... Well, there goes another one of them. I mean, they have to work hard to make a comeback here, but technically, you know, they still have a raider. The last remaining ships they have are all pretty healthy. Let's see if we can't torpedo this Kurfürst. It looks like they're going for that damage buff over there. Now, of course, if we get the center, we'll get massive amounts of points. And oh, they just got the cruiser deleted. Well, this looks better and better for us. Yeah, now they have to work really hard to turn this around. There is a radar currently going, although I think that Wooster might have been focusing on the daring, so it might get into cup here before I get hit. Got some fishes going for the Wooster. The Wooster is turning to avoid the daring fish. Maybe it wants mine instead. And it looks like we're getting the cap that should actually seal the deal. Meanwhile, the Kurfürst is not just grabbing the buff, it's actually pushing towards me. And I'm inside Hydro. Now I moved too far in this direction. Small oversight on my part because I have nowhere to run. So if we have nowhere to run, how about we go forward? I have torpedoes in 20 seconds. I just need to survive the Kurfürst for 20 seconds. Meanwhile, well, I got the booster. I mean, at this point, you know, the Hydro is no longer running. I could just smoke up if I wanted to, but screw it. We are going for it. I only have one launcher. It's already turning away. There is a very good chance that those torps won't be enough to finish it off. But there's also a good chance the Synchronous are just gonna kill me, so I had to torp, and... oh, I got it. Well, wasn't that a lovely finish? So, yeah, that was, I thought, a nice arms race battle. For some reason, I survived my YOLO. And I got a lot of experience out of it. So I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you next time.